Verbal and nonverbal communication. You're doing a quick slide about some verbal and nonverbal communication and definitions, and go into some detail about the differences in them. So, communication definition. Communication is the act of transferring information through verbal messages, a written word, or more subtle and nonverbal signals. So, uh, every day in your everyday life, you have to use communication. If you can imagine a world without communication, it'd be a lot of confusion, a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes. Communications made this world to what it is. There'd be lots of inventions, and businesses wouldn't strive without great communication. So it's a key to everything in everyday business and everyday life. And without it, we'd miss it. Verbal communication definition. Verbal communication basically is sharing of information or ideas to individuals using speech to deliver your message. So, when you're talking, uh, that's your verbal communication. Then there's also nonverbal communication, which is facial expressions, gestures, eye contact, posture, and a tone of voice. So all those things play a factor. If you've got a bad nonverbal communication, you're giving bad facial expressions, bad gestures, you're not giving good eye contact, you're slouching in your chair, your tone of voice is bad. They're automatically perceiving you as something that you're not, or something that you are betraying. So you want to make sure that you're giving people the right attention, and give them the right posture and eye contact to let them know that you're interested in everything that they're saying to you. So communication that is perceived. So anytime you're working on communication, there's 55% that's nonverbal. So when you're talking to someone, you're actually communicating with your eye contact, your posture, your gestures, your facial expressions, like we were talking about earlier. Your nonverbal communication makes up 55% of all your communication. 38% is how you say it. So your visual, your pitch, your pace, your volume, your emotion, and your detail at a high level. So however you're perceived, and your tone is 38%, and only 7% are actually what's coming out of your mouth. 7% of what the person's perceiving is coming out of your mouth, which are words that are coming out of your mouth. So that's an interesting fact, that a lot of our communication is nonverbal communication, and how we interface with each other, and your tone is a huge part of that also. So always make sure that you're giving a good tone, a good nonverbal communication with the people every time you talk to them. So, how is information communicated? So you have a sender or communicator that sends a message through a medium, basically. That could be just talking, that could be a letter, that could be an email. And then once it gets to the receiver, it's communicated to the receiver. Well, the receiver needs to give feedback to the sender to complete the cycle, because you don't want there a break in the communication. You want a full cycle communication. It's no good if one guy's doing all the discussing, one guy's doing all the talking. You always have to have that good feedback to have a good communication with people. So, as communication, part of communication is not just talking. Part of it, like we were talking about earlier, is listening skills. And you've heard that saying that you're hearing me, but you're not listening to me. Well, lots of people say that because hearing is really accidental. It's involuntary. It's effortless. You don't really think about it. You're born with all the tools that are necessary to hear. Now, listening is totally different. You have to be focused. It's a voluntary act. It's intentional. You are focused and attentive to what they're saying, and you're getting every detail that's possible that you can come up with on what they're saying, and you're actually learning something or taking in the information they're giving you so that you can actually do the job right, or you know or you can give a message to someone else in the correct method.